Tu B'Av is a day which is more conducive towards finding that special someone. But there are perhaps other methods that could even be more powerful in finding that perfect match. And this is a story about a woman. I don't remember her name, but her brother's name was Baruch. So Baruch's sister had been dating for a long time, and she never found Mr. Right. And she was frustrated, she was struggling, she was hoping, it just wasn't happening. But Baruch, who was happily married, was blessed with a son, and he was very excited, of course, and his sister was excited for him, and it was time to schedule the bris, to schedule the circumcision. It was going to be on Shabbos. It was a Sabbath event, and he contacted his local synagogue to schedule the bris. And they told him, someone else already scheduled it for that Shabbos. And normally that's not an issue. I mean, you could have 1, 2, 10, brises all in the same Sabbath in the same synagogue, but it was known this other person was very particular about wanting to do things without mixing with other people and, taking away from the focus. And Baruch, even though he was invited to do it at the same time, and he had the right to, he did not want to make the other person uncomfortable. And therefore he agreed to schedule his son's bris to be in a different, more distant synagogue. So he walked the extra distance with his family to go to this synagogue, which he didn't really know so many people, but this way he was able to have shalom, especially this time of year. This happened right before Tu B'Av last year, and in the interest of shalom and peace, he felt it was important. As the family arrived and they're in the synagogue and getting things ready, there was a young man there named Abraham who saw Baruch, and he right away recognized him because he had dated Baruch's sister 11 years prior. And he confided in his friend that of all the women he had gone out with, this was the one that he felt was the most promising. And just, didn't work out. So his friend said, well, now that they're here, the same synagogue, maybe you should approach her and, just like try to see if there's an interest in reestablishing ties and trying again. He said, no, I don't want to bring up old wounds. And, I don't want to pursue it. So, if you're a good friend, you know when to listen to your friend, and you know when to ignore your friend. And this good friend knew this is the time to ignore his friend's advice, and he approached Baruch and reminded him about who Avram was and that he dated his sister 11 years prior. And so Baruch spoke to his sister, and to make a long story short, they decided to try it out again, and a short while later, they got engaged. As I mentioned earlier, Tu B'Av is very powerful. And the story happened right before Tu B'Av, and there's no question that could have played a role. But even more powerful is pursuing shalom, pursuing peace. Tu B'Av specifically comes on the heels of Tisha B'Av, on the day that came about due to hatred among Jews. So the antidote to that is to have love, to have peace. And here was Baruch, who thought he was inconveniencing himself and his family by going to a different synagogue in the interest of peace to help someone else. And by so doing, he ended up helping his own family, as his dear sister, after over 11 years of waiting, was able to find her soulmate with a match made in heaven. So I want to give a blessing to everyone that you should all find the right person in the right time, in the right place. Thanks so much.